sides get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Kansas City Chiefs. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken just inside the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Goes underneath for Bell. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He's going to go deep for Conley. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He is going to find Hill here. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the 1st.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Left.
On 1st down, Mahomes. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Ace!
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes being chased out left. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down.
And look here, it's an opening drive fake. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the 1st. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. A 1st down throw for Winston. Dancing to his left. And his first pass is incomplete.
Well, my initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. But he's going to get away with it because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline there's a receiver right there in the area, so no grounding call.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
Left, 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 left. Check 26, check 26. Ace, ace. He's cracked. He's checking crack. Kill, kill, kill.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Green, 39. Green, 39.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Now he's flushed out left. And this is incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. And it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete.
Green, 39. Green, 39.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. This is Bell on the dump off. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march off another 15 against your squad.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Last stop. Last stop.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. Mahomes now on the sneak. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it first and goal.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
Now this time Mahomes will throw. Toward the pylon, caught. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Spencer Ware, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones, 57 yards. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
Gerald McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class. There was a lot of debate about who was going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it 2 different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
Going to throw right side here, complete. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
A give to Bell. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. But they face a second and long to start things out. Mahomes now to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. It's a gain of 9 yards. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and run for it with Bell, and he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45. Ace. Ace. Slow. 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 Z. 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 Hut. Hut.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And it's complete to Kelsey. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10. Mahomes now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. That is caught at the 7. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Left, 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 left.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Le'Veon Bell taking it in from a yard out, and the Chiefs are in for 6.
Well, Brandon, he just followed his nose, and his nose took him to the end zone. But how about the big guys up front, giving him at least a stalemate in order to find that space?
Yeah, the O-line won the battle in the trenches there, didn't it? Point after, right down the middle, and that makes the score 14-7. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll run it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there. 64 yards. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Santos with the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Mahomes to throw on second down. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And it's third down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And able to find Conley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Forced out to his left. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So it should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option. Take it.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. D. Ford able to get him for a loss of about 3. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Now Winston. Steps away to his left. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Third and long for Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
The punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And out come the Chiefs now. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And there's so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. And going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 55 yards. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. And here's Marshall. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it third and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Here's Mahomes, third and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. In for the score. And the Chiefs have broken our tie as they take the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, second and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
A throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Ready? White 25. Follow.
Play fake. Winston. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and it's third down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Well, this is blocked. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I know it's easy to kind of shrug off a blocked extra point, but this game is shaping up to be a tight one. The second half, this could prove crucial.
Yeah, we might look back on this one. We'll have to wait and see. And now here comes Kansas City. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there That can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Mahomes now on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. Mahomes, the first-year starter, moving the Chiefs right down the field. It's 1st and 10. Mahomes now on first down. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now here's Mahomes. Looking downfield for Kelsey. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Following the interception, Winston. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Final play of the half here. Winston being chased out left. Now and the defense loses him. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard. line.
Let's go now.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. From the gun, Winston. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On 3rd down, Winston. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get him to 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense,
we've
got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Mahomes going to throw. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Gerald McCoy. With a great push up front, he picks up the sack and a loss of 8. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Second down, Winston. He's going to air one out. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the foot. Ball back. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 20.
Ace, ace. Z, 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 Z. Slam, slam. Check. 53. Hut.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 62 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. K.J. Wright in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
That's his second sack of the game. And the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
On second down, here's Mahomes. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you're talking about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Left. Slow.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Goes underneath for Bell. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Left.
They'll go for it with Bell. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. They get 6 yards going for it on 4th, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Le'Veon Bell. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Now the extra point. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 8. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Green, triple C. Sonny. Ready. Blue, ready. Green, triple C. Green, triple C. 5-0, 5-0, 5-0. Hey, sub.
Winston now from the 50. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. The give is to Jones. And And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 19. Winston now. Dancing to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And now here comes Kansas City. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. Mahomes now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Past the 20. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A big play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
This one taken just inside the 10. Then he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Almost unstoppable on the ground there, as that one is good for 39.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offensive coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here's Breida. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. We're back now in KC. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the fourth quarter. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They'll run it with Jones. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down.
Brandon, this is why play callers get the big bucks. This wasn't a 4th and inches call. You get into situations like 4th and 3, 4th and 4, you've got a tough decision to make. Very gutsy play here, and they pick up the first down.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Ready. White 25.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit. And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for one here. Santos able to tack on the extra point as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The give is to Bell. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Stop made there by Gerald McCoy.
For Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech.
Green 90. Green 90.
Mahomes to throw on second down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Mahomes now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10.
39. Green 39.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll go again with Bell. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail! There we go! Green 39! Green 39! Z, Z, Z! Z, Z, Z!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, way beyond Bell. It's a foot race. 31 yards there and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Mahomes now to throw. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Winston and the Bucs take over now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
It's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
A boost here to start the drive after the penalty. It's 1st and 5. To throw is Winston. Buying time to his left. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the 1st, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to do what we call flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
On the run, he'll let this go. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be marked down all the way inside the KC 10. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 54 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Jones. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Second and goal from inside the 5. Jameis to throw it. They'll roll him out right. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Devontae Parker from 4 yards out. And the Bucs have made this a one-score game. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Sonic. Ready. White 25.
Winston. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Some time here for the onside kick and then the 2-minute warning. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And that will be caught, but out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this.
Black 58, Rail. Black 58.
On the counter, here's Bell. Oh, no, he lost the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So forget the 3 and out. The penalty makes this 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. This is Marshall. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
Every player I know tends to play the game in his mind before it actually happens. There's no way he thought that at this stage of the game, this would be his first big run like that.
Yeah, but it's got to feel for him like the floodgates open, a sigh of relief. Now we'll see if things can open up for him.
See if it can continue.
Back to the ground, this time with Bell. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Mahomes going to throw it here. Looking deep downfield. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Point after, right down the middle. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over.
Green, triple C. Green, triple C. Ready. Black, 22. Hey, sub. Follow. Green, triple C.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Brandon Graham in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. To throw, Winston. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Follow.
Jameis now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.